Sister Lane, coming to you for another Mental Health Monday. Mental Health Mondays are an opportunity for you to jumpstart your work week, your school week, or just your week with a word to boost your mental health. I hope that you all have been slowing down this past week in order to calm down those reactionary amygdalas and turn on the function of our rational prefrontal cortex, because we, my friends, need to make decisions based on God's reason and not instinct. I don't know about you, but I don't want to live my life as the horse or the mule, which have no understanding. God has made us fearfully and wonderfully. Every part of our brain is a sign of God's handiwork. And we, fam, are tasked with learning how to work God's handiwork. So the tool that I want to talk about this morning is a practical means by which we can honor God's handiwork by encouraging our brains to work for us and not against us. In previous weeks, we were encouraged to notice our triggers, notice our thoughts, notice our emotional and behavioral responses, because knowing ourselves can help prevent us from going down the same damning, reactive, and destructive roads that we have gone down in the past. Maybe you noticed over the past weeks that you're triggered by a coworker who doesn't do their fair share of work. Maybe you've been triggered by a lack of connection with your spouse and the feeling of not being a priority. Maybe you've noticed that you're triggered by the fluctuations in the economy or fluctuations in COVID numbers, impending changes in your life. Maybe you are about to be an empty nester or you have an ailing loved one. Well, before we respond in fight, flight, or freeze, I want you to envision a stop sign. Yeah, a stop sign. The letters STOP are an acronym that tell us in sequence what to do. The S stands for slow down. Sounds familiar? Remember last week, we began slowing down for the purpose of calming down that reactive, instinctual amygdala. The T stands for take a breath. Scripture tells us that God breathes the breath of life into our nostrils. Therefore, our breath is a gift from God. And when we take in a deep breath, it signals to our brain, our amygdala, to calm down and relax. Now, the O stands for open up your mind and observe. Now that our amygdala is no longer revved up because we've slowed down, calmed down, and in a relaxed state, we are in position to open up our minds and observe. You see, when we're triggered, we become hyper-focused on an issue, so much so that it becomes the issue. But in a calm and relaxed state, we're able to open up our minds and observe the people, the perspectives, the things that are of importance to us. And this leads us to the P, which stands for pursue your God-given purpose. Pursue your values. Because it's when we slow down, it's when we take a breath, take in that gift of God's breath, open up our minds and observe that we're able to make healthy decisions that pursue after God's purpose for our lives. Don't forget to see those stop signs.